It is time. The schedule is getting released soon. Thursday, Friday, next week. I don't know. But what we do want to know is who is on the docket for week one. Who do we need to make that opening statement against? A divisional rival? An old-time rival? Somebody completely new? Or the best team in the league? Let's see who Boy Green wants, who Wudi wants right here, right now on today's episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi.
It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field Gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor Gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever seen.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy riding high off the victory of my New York Knicks last night. Oh my gosh. Whoo, was that a roller coaster? I'm riding high, and now we are taking flight, if you will, with Boy Green Meets Wudi on the pod, talking New York Jets. I cannot wait for my Jets to experience the same type of playoff success that my Knicks are going through right now. I'm so excited. Boy Green, how are you doing on this Tuesday afternoon?
That was wild. There's the history, of course, from the 90s, Reggie Miller, the Knicks. The game was back and forth, tied, leads, this. And then at one point in the fourth quarter, I'm like, oh boy, maybe the Knicks just don't have it tonight. Every time the Knicks countered, the Pacers increased a little bit from 3-5, 3-6. I'm like, oh, maybe they're just going to be just a hair ahead. But Dante DiVincenzo, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, bringing all the heart. There was something magical happening in MSG. So, yeah, it was beautiful, man. So shout out to Knicks fans, you crazy bastards. And hopefully it continues to be a really fun series. So that's awesome. And, yeah, you say it, the Jets in playoffs and maybe a home playoff game that hasn't happened. The division title hasn't happened in over 22 years. A home playoff game has never happened at MetLife Stadium for the Jets. Like, oh, boy. Yeah, baby. I'm spicy. I'm looking forward to it. And we're going to will it into existence. But every journey has a first step, Wudi. And what will the first step be? There's a lot of delectable choices on the menu.
There sure are. There sure are. I don't know. I don't know which one to choose. We got to choose one. We got to choose one. So I think I got three. I got three, actually, that I can say this is the best place to start this journey. Like you said, every journey starts with one step. I think I got three different steps that can get us off on the right foot.
Well, it'd be very fitting for you to mix it up for us. So start off with a 3, a Dante DiVincenzo from a different area code 3. Why don't you start us off reverse order? Who's number 3 on your list?
Now, this to me is a statement game, right?
Okay.
Well, I think everything you're going to say and everything I'm going to say, we want a statement to be made week one, right? This, I think it's a statement game. I'm sure, as the comments are coming in, people are going to be like, oh, well, we already beat them last year. But they made the playoffs. They took a San Francisco 49er defensive coordinator, the Shanahan offense, and the number 2 overall pick of that year, and completely revitalized their franchise in just about one offseason. Okay? And now, in this offseason, that team that won, they won a playoff game. That team got better. They got better. And now here in week 1, if this comes to fruition, the other team that did the same thing, 49ers defensive coordinator, drafted the number 2 overall QB, Shanahan, all that. And we've seen it fall apart. That QB is not even here anymore. Shanahan offense, not here, right? It all fell apart. They are the epitome of how to do that the right way. And the New York Jets are walking, breathing examples on how to completely mess that up and do it the complete wrong way. But now it's time. Put up or shut up. They got better off during the offseason. The Jets got better off during the offseason. Let's see who the better team is week 1 and shut them down one more time, okay? And show them who the better former 49er defensive coordinator turned head coach truly is. Give me Salah, baby.
The Houston Texans, that's a ripe choice. No question about it. By the way, that would be a home game for the New York Jets against the Houston Texans. So just so everyone knows, we know all the opponents already. The fact of the matter is we just don't know the order. We don't know the arrangement of that group. So it'd be a home game for the New York Jets. I love the choice. It's fascinating. It's interesting. I wonder if the NFL. I will say this off the top of our list before we even start. I would be flabbergasted. There's a word you don't hear every day. Use that in your vernacular, people. Your bingo halls, okay? I'd be flabbergasted if week 1 isn't a primetime game for the New York Jets. I'd be almost willing to guarantee that it's going to be. And that would be a very interesting choice because there's new eras here. Houston on the surface, you're like, Houston? Why the hell are they getting a primetime game? But this is a new era of Houston Texans football. And to be honest, that was Zach Wilson. Speaking of that former number 2 overall pick, he was slicing and dicing in that second half like nobody's business. You're like, whoa, baby, okay. Old Zachy has a little chutzpah, but no longer on the team. But I love the Jets punching the Texans in the face. You hate injuries. You hate seeing C.J. Stroud get hurt. But the tone of the game was, we're going to punch this youngster in the face, and we're going to see how he responds. And he folded like a used lawn chair. So that part's exciting. So, yeah, I love it. It's sexy. I don't think it's like the thing that people would assume, but I like it. Very nice. Very nice choice there with the Houston Texans. I'm also going for number 3. We'll get some cool sounders on the show. I'm working on that behind the scenes. But number 3, there is something interesting about after a title match, the first words of the loser or winner are, let's run that back. And that's my theme here. Buffalo Bills, home, New York Jets, MetLife. We already beat him with Zach Wilson, but we're going to go like, whoa. Remember last year? Remember the electrifying atmosphere? It's the AFC East. The Buffalo Bills had this ritual bloodletting in the offseason, and then they're talking all this crap. We won the division 4 times in a row. We're going to win it again. Shut up, Jets. You've got an old-ass roster. Blah, 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 blah. So I go like this. I give the tornado little motion with my finger. Then let's run it on back, baby. Monday Night Football, Jets, Bills, same situation. Let's run it back again. We beat your ass with Zach Wilson 2 of the last 4 years. Let's see what happens with Aaron "Gosh darn" Rodgers. So I'm putting it at number 3 because, to be honest, while there's something cool about running it back and smacking the Bills, and immediately, to your point, that was the theme, the intro, the monologue of Wudi here doing Romeo and Juliet. His soliloquy was, hey, this is about setting a tone. So there's no more tone-setting game than punching the team that has won the division the last 4 years in a row right in the face with Jets 1-0, Bills 0-1. There'd be nothing sweeter at all. However, there's some bad juju. Like, I'm not really looking forward to, I'm going to just be honest. I'll tell you one game that's not my top 3, the Broncos. Okay, I don't want to bring Elijah Vera Tucker anywhere near that Broncos game. So, that's something. There's some bad juju around that. So there's a little bad juju against the Bills because of the Aaron Rodgers thing. So I almost want to save that for a different opportunity. But scared money don't make money. And I also have to say, my mama didn't raise no. Okay, so let's give it to them. So I'll put the Buffalo Bills, Park Bills Mafia, right at number 3 on the list. Number 3.
At MetLife, you said.
At MetLife, yeah, run it back the same exact way. Yes.
Okay. I don't know why you bleeped out fool. Mama ain't raised no fool. There was no reason to go silent there. But anyway, that's a solid pick. Solid pick. Probably would be number 4 on my pick. On my list. But like I said, or like you said, it's cool to run it back. The juju. I've already seen that. I already seen, Rodgers come out, MetLife getting ready to prepare for the Bills in prime time. These 3 are things that we kind of haven't seen in prime time in a little bit. But how can we make a top 3 list, or how can I make a top 3 list without including a divisional rival, right? You just had one at number 3. Here's my divisional rival matchup.
Okay.
The talking that you referenced with the Bills, I don't know. I feel like the Bills fans I know, they're all right. They're not terrible.
Really? Oh, I had terrible Bills people around me up here in New York. So much crap talking. Deion Dawkins, blah, 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 blah.
There is no off button to the mouth of a Pats fan. There's literally no off button.
It's true.
Dolphins fans they just don't even sound like they know what they're talking about. So both of them, I hate them so much. But the Patriots specifically, I have a cousin that's a Patriot. Patriot fan. I don't know, if they dropped him on his head 4 or 5 times in a row. I don't know what happened to him. But he keeps talking about, oh, yeah, it's all good. You guys won one game where we weren't trying to win. We still won 15 in a row. Oh, you guys suck. You are the worst. Oh, now we have Drake May. Right now we about to run him back with a new dynasty, a new franchise quarterback. I would give anything to go to my aunt's house because she got some good cooking. All right, go to my aunt's house. Sit next to my beady-eyed cousin on that couch and watch the New York Jets lay a whooping, just open up a can of whoop ass on the New England Patriots and that little boy they have at QB. I'm talking about a rookie QB, a first-time head coach, a whole bunch of misused parts. I want the New York Jets as a well-oiled machine to lay it the smack it down on national television and let the world know that they are not and will not be anywhere close to the level, to the league that the New York Jets are currently in right now. I need him to know that. I need the world to know that. I need ESPN to know that and put some respect on the New York Jets name. And I don't want it at MetLife. I want it at Gillette. Give it to me at Gillette on the road. Just march into Boston. Just march in. Bill.
Wow. That would be compelling. There's no other way around that. That is a compelling argument because a ritual animal sacrifice to the football gods, which are the Jets, and to just unload, and hopefully Saleh doesn't go easy on him. And Gerard Mayo's going, I'm not Bill Belichick. It wasn't me. I didn't try to run up the score. And just take some of this. Aaron Rodgers like, suck it, baby, boom, 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 and just unloading bombs. Brees Hall running all over that gosh darn place. Garrett Wilson and company defense just sacking everybody all over. Oh, that would be spectacular. So I can't lie. I don't have that on my list, but boy, after hearing that pitch, it should be on my list. Let's just be honest. Wow. Smacking around the New England Patriots. There's something, there's a lot of intrigue there. There's no doubt about it. In Foxborough, too. I love it. I love the smoke that is being collected there. That could be interesting. Now, here's my only one. Well, actually, that's not really true. But this is an interesting one to me. And I'm kind of drooling about the possibility because this franchise, I'm going to be honest, I hate their guts. Their fans disgust me. Their team disgusts me. Are some of our matchups in the past disgust me. And they're not a divisional opponent, but they are a conference opponent. The Pittsburgh Steelers. I hate their stupid towels. I hate their stupid faces. I hate their stupid logos. I hate their stupid history. All of it. Just a big collection pile of shut the hell up. Ben Roethlisberger escaping out of pressure in the second of 2 AFC championship games on third down, getting a first down, Antonio Brown, that ends our season. Because I was convinced we get one more whack at that pinata. We're going down the field and we're winning the gosh darn game. But we never got that up. So to open up the season, this would be on the road. This would be, oh wait, it's not Heinz Field anymore. It's Acrisure. Yeah, on the road at Acrisure. Whatever the hell that is. Okay. That's it. Going into Pittsburgh, you have this classic, iconic franchise that is in all kinds of disarray. Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, yo mama, my mama, I don't give a flying hoot who the hell's playing quarterback. It's not going to matter against this Jets defense. That would be a way. And that would be something I'd imagine that would intrigue the NFL. Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin, Robert Saleh. There's a lot of chutzpah. There's a lot of juice there. And again, I think no matter who the Jets play, they're playing a primetime game, no matter what opponent they pick. That's what I feel in my bones. I have no inside info on that. That's just what I believe, that a lot of people will be drooling at that opportunity. The ratings, the eyeballs for Aaron Rodgers' return, just as exciting, if not more interesting, than Aaron Rodgers' initial debut, which was last season. So I have to put the Pittsburgh Steelers here, and it would just be interesting for a lot of reasons. Plus, like I said, I hate that franchise with a fiery passion. So to be able to open up a can of whoop ass, because I think the Jets defense would pick their teeth with Russell Wilson, which we did last time. Quincy Williams punching the ball free, a loose biscuit. Bryce Hall to the house. That was beautiful. And then, or Justin Fields, who can't throw a football forward, which last time I checked is a prerequisite of playing the quarterback position. I just like the matchup entirely. So yeah, give me Jets road game in Pittsburgh to kick off the season. That's juicy. Number 2 on the list. Number 2.
I mean, the last time that the New York Jets were at Acrisure, I mean, Zach Wilson was grittying up and down there, So
I believe that's a random note. I'm pretty sure. Let me check that right now, actually. Let me see. I am pretty sure the last Instagram post by Zach Wilson was of him grittying against the Steelers. I'm pretty sure. I'm looking that up right now on my phone. I am fairly certain. And oh my God, it is him catching the touchdown pass. Yeah, Zach Wilson caught a touchdown pass, everybody. His last Instagram post is of him gritting in Pittsburgh. That's the last time he's ever made a post on his Instagram. Wow. What a memory.
Yes. And all went downhill from there. But in terms of this Jets-Steelers rivalry, all right, it's only getting better. All right, we about to see the Aaron Rodgers gritty at Acrisure if that were to happen. I like the pick. I definitely like the pick.
Okay.
But now we go to number 1. Wudi's numero uno.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I talked about the matchup of head coaches first time. But who is the most important person in this quest to winning a Super Bowl? Who is it?
It's Aaron Rodgers.
It is. It is Aaron Rodgers. And what do you think is the most personal game for him? It was a game.
Yeah.
Let me What do you say? Let me hear it.
No, I wish we would have got it. It didn't align that way, but we could have, should have, would have played the Packers in Lambeau. That would have been juicy. That would have been our week 1 favorite, but they didn't align in the same place in the division. So ultimately, that's a Minnesota game instead. But that would have been the game I would have thought. Yeah.
No, that's true. No, if that was on here, I mean, that's got to be number 1. But it's not. So we have to go with the next best thing. And this is something that almost certainly was circled last year. But of course, the Achilles, okay, you got us. But now there's time for redemption. Redemption. Don't you dare throw stones in a glass house and talk about my best friend and just say the truth about how bad he was in his previous job. Don't you dare talk about my best friend. And all right. How about you keep things and we'll do things in ours? And you want to say the Jets got retribution for Nathaniel Hackett? Does less than 200 passing yards and 1 pick with 0 touchdown sound like retribution for Nathaniel Hackett? His QB, what was his passer rating? 78 in that game? That's retribution? That's what Nathaniel Hackett was doing? Nah, man. You need Aaron Rodgers to come in there and just beat down on this sorry franchise. And I'm not even going to mention that boy who I just said had a terrible game against the Broncos and is now on the Broncos because he almost certainly will not win the job because he stinks. Well, he is terrible. So first round QBs usually win out. Mm-hmm. And Zach is terrible. I'm more confident in Sam beating out JJ McCarthy than I am of Zach beating out Bo Nix. So Aaron, who has a lot to say, all right, and a lot to make Sean Payton eat. You got to eat your words, boy. It is time to collect. And now he has more weapons than he did last year. All right, Malachi Corley, the offensive line. Brees kills it in Denver every single time. Every single time. He has just eaten it up. And we want to talk about AVT. I'm telling you right now, that is an altitude issue. Altitude. He's at MetLife. Don't worry about that. There is no juju. I mean, there is definitely juju at MetLife Stadium, but not related to AVT, okay? He is good. This is his home field. This is about a team. He is about to demolish this team. Aaron Rodgers is about to demolish his team. We're not talking about a passer rating of 78. We're not talking about 190 yards. We are talking about potentially 500 yards, 4 TDs. I'm telling you, a historic game from a historic quarterback. How good would that be? Week 1, we're hoping, is his Achilles all right? Did he take ayahuasca? What's going on? Do we know anything about Aaron Rodgers? How crazy, how great would we all sleep knowing on week 1 he exacted his revenge on Sean Payton with 400 yards and 4 TDs, showing that not only can he still do this at the highest level, but he can get up for motivation like that. Give me that game week 1. I don't want any other. Give me that game week 1, MetLife Stadium. I might be there.
Ooh, okay. What a tease. From Wudi. I will say, I think a lot of people have forgotten the verve that's here, and you did a really good job reminding them. Aaron Rodgers, first off, the Sean Payton thrashing of Nathaniel Hackett, and then Aaron Rodgers at training camp as it opens up, Peter Schrager asking him about it, and don't put my coach's name in your mouth. Like, he was fired up, and it was a game that was kind of hidden because there's a lot of big games. There was week 4, Kansas City, week 6, Eagles, but it was sandwiched at week 5, and like people kind of lost it. It wasn't a primetime game. It was lost in the shuffle. Plus, Rodgers obviously got hurt, and that kind of took away a lot of the sizzle. Like, there's a lot there. that still needs to be unpacked. The AVT. I would love if Zach Wilson is starting that game and rolling out at Zach Wilson versus Aaron Rodgers, and we get to see Zach Wilson versus our defense. Oh, yes, that would be spectacular. But you're right. Bo Nix, who's like 1,000, he went to school to be a doctor at Auburn and Oregon for how long he was in there. He's probably going to be starting for the, Denver Broncos. Like a Ben DiNucci, and who the hell is that? Jarrett Stidham. They got a lot of randos there at quarterback. But yeah, that would be juicy. There's a lot of storylines there. But I'm going to go to another road game for number one on the list, Woody. Another road game. I really hope it's a home game for all the things you said. I mean, depending on who it is, me and my father, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a game I have circled that I'm going that is a non-Jets game. I'm hoping the schedule aligns where it doesn't affect the Jets because I'm going to something with my pop, an NFL game this year that's not Jets related. So I'm hoping it's like a Monday Night Football game or Thursday night game so it does not affect my Jets because I haven't missed a game and I don't even know how many years. So hopefully that's not the case. But I'd like it to be at home ideally, but there's so many juicy opponents on the road that I can't help myself but taste the forbidden fruit that God told me not to take a bite out of. But it just looks so scrumptious up there that I got to just pluck it, shine it off a little, and take a little munchie. And that munchie is the San Francisco 49ers, baby. You want to test your mettle. Who better than the team that was just in the friggin' Super Bowl? The mentor of Robert Saleh, Kyle Shanahan, the offensive wizard, and the team, I know it's a long time ago, people, nearly 20 years ago, but the team that gave up on Aaron Rodgers and said, yeah, we'll take some guy named Alex Smith, number one. Thank you very much. Aaron Rodgers, the California kid. He thought he was staying right there on the West Coast and getting drafted by the 49ers. Like, oh, I can't wait. Let me try on my 49ers hat. Oh, this is going to be spectacular. But guess what, baby? Just like Bill Belichick, the phone didn't ring. So there was no call to be picked up. There was no phone call. So now Aaron Rodgers has a chance nearly 20 years later to say, hey, 49ers, here's what you missed, baby. And I got 2 words for you, a little DX. A little couple of pelvic thrusts, a little couple of crotch chops. That's what's coming. So give me the 49ers. Test the metal. Primetime game. Jets 49ers. Let's roll it out. Potential Super Bowl preview. And let's rock and roll, baby. So the 49ers, like I said, there's a lot of sexy road games for the New York Jets this season. At Pittsburgh is fun. At San Francisco is fun. Plus some of the divisional games. There's a lot of fun there. And there's some fun ones at home, as we've mentioned here. Texans, Rams is another one we didn't mention. Broncos for the juicy storylines, plus all the divisionals. But the 49ers are the team. If you really want to test your mettle and the Jets show and everyone overreacts the Monday or Tuesday after, depending on where it is, again, I think it will be primetime no matter what. The Jets beating the team that was just in the Super Bowl and the 49ers, it would set the newspapers off the chutzpah. Our reactions doing our shows of we're going to the freaking Super Bowl. I'm going to be, let me just make this clear. I'm going to be intolerable next season. I am coming for the smoke. The Jets are winning the Super Bowl, and every week I'm going to remind you exactly that mission. So, yeah, give me the San Francisco 49ers for all those reasons.
Well, Rodgers has been in the league for almost 20 years. I mean, he's faced the 49ers a lot of times.
Sure.
Lost in the NFC Championship a couple times. So I don't know if this this week one would be. I'm not sure if he would get up the way that you proposed it, but maybe they should work their way up. Get a little layup. Nobody really gets on the court and just plays Michael Jordan 1-on-1. You gotta get in a layup line. Run some drills. So. The Patriots, right? That's nice. That's a nice.
Again, I don't hate that. That's a great choice. You again, we ended up with 3 different. We did not talk about our list before we came on this show. We picked our own 3, and I will be honest. If I was to be allured by some of the things on your list, destroying the New England Patriots, doing a college football schedule, playing Rhode Island Technical Institute as your first game to get the fans into it. I mean, sign me up, baby. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, the friggin' New England Patriots, which is a team I hate. I almost hate the Patriots more than I love the Jets, and I do a gosh darn daily program on the New York Jets, for Pete's sake. So they disgust me. There's no doubt about it. That one's juicy. And if that ends up being the game, the schedule makers did not make any mistakes. I would say, though, as I've almost guaranteed a primetime game happening, I'm not sure if they would trot the pathetic New England Patriots out on primetime. That may be a rare example of an opponent that they present for the New York Jets, where that's a 1 o'clock game and it gets lost in the shuffle. So that's my only concern from that standpoint from the primetime slate. I don't think there's any way the primetime goes, yeah, let's get the Patriots on there. But maybe the Jets, whoever they play, will be so intriguing that they would. But that would be the only nugget.
They're a dynasty. They're a dynasty.
What?
Tom Brady is now
Expired
in the booth.
Dynasty. I guess that's
but I'm saying, like they have like the name value. Tom Brady's in the booth. They can get them on Fox talking about his old team. What are you for real? Like there are so many ways to do. New QB like Drake May has a whole lot of fans in the Carolina.
Is he
area.
even playing though week 1? Like what about Jacoby Brissett? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of hubbub.
Jacoby Brissett. Oh my God! There's May all day, baby. I'm not trying to go 0-1. I'm not trying to go 0-1. And I'm not saying that they would go 0-1 facing the 49ers. That's not what I'm saying. But
it sounds like that's exactly what you're saying. That's a loser's mentality, pal.
The argument can be made that there is no other team on the roster where that possibility is higher than the 49ers, which is, of course, why you chose them. Yeah, let's smack him in the mouth. But, let's work on our technique first. Let's work on our slap before we try to slap the big bad wolf.
But doesn't the big bad wolf have to rev up the engine too? We're at the same disadvantage.
Are you serious? Are you serious? The same exact squad that has been having deep playoff runs for the last couple of years. What did they change? What are they doing? They're just recock it, reload. What are you talking about? Reload. They're reloading. They're ready to go. This team is a whole bunch of misfits and ordinary parts that are being put together. Scotch tape hanging off. We got Tyron Smith for a year. We try to do this, try to do that. I mean, I'm saying the machine will run, but you got to give it time. That's a well-oiled machine. They have been running for years. That's just how it's been. Same coach, same system, same players.
Again, Mama didn't raise a bitch. Okay, that's what I was going to say there. Okay, so F the 49ers, F them all. I don't care. Well, yeah. Second, pal, you lost in the Super Bowl. Okay, cool. You have a lot of blue ribbons from going to the fat pig
we
there,
haven't
not
even
being
made the Super Bowl
number
in 50
one
years.
ugly.
We don't have a leg.
Who
we can't be saying
cares?
stuff like that.
So they can pelvic thrust consolation prizes of making it and losing. Okay, here's the thing. I would much rather have our situation than the 49ers recently. The Jets, every time they go to the Super Bowl, they win. The 49ers have been to a bunch lately and they've lost. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm losing Super Bowls. The Chiefs lost. The Chiefs, oh wait, they lost again. Get out of here.
So you enjoyed just sitting at home for 13 years. That's what you're saying.
I would much rather sit at home than go and lose. Yes.
That's just like not correct. Like thank God that you are not anywhere near one Jets drive. Let me tell you, because you have to play to win the game, and you are not playing when you're sitting at home. So
when's the last time they won the game? When's the last time they won the game? What, 1994? I was 1.5.
They keep winning games to get there. They win games to get there. You are sitting from the couch talking about, they couldn't win a fourth game in a row after winning to get to the Super Bowl. The Jets can't even win 8 games in a season. And you're talking about, the 49ers suck because they lost the Super Bowl a couple of times.
Hey, man. They may go to the Super Bowl and lose again. That's possible. They do it a lot.
So the Jets go to the Super Bowl right now. Like this season, they go to the Super Bowl and lose. It's worse than missing the playoffs.
I can't even fathom that possibility because the Jets have never lost in the Super Bowl. So my brain can't even compute the made up BS that's coming out of your mouth. So I can't understand. The 49ers are starting 0-1 if they're playing the Jets.
It
Let
is
me just
clear.
put that out.
It is clear that you're having trouble with understanding right now. So it's okay. We'll leave with that. File 404, file not found.
Again, give me all the smoke. I want the best team. I'm not scared of anybody. The Jets shouldn't be either. This roster's friggin' loaded. It's one of the best rosters in football. They have a top, whatever it is. I don't have the Vegas odds in front of me. They have a top 5, top 7, top 10 chance at winning the whole gosh darn thing. So put them in that category, and I want all the smoke. Well, it'd be more ideal if we play them in like week 5. We kind of figure out there's the new kickoff rule, and that could have a lot of impact. And blah. Come on. Sack up. Sack the F up. That's my advice.
Anybody got a nicotine patch from my friend Boy Green? He got a smoke problem. All right.
Give me all the smoke, baby.
What you wish for, but okay. I mean, hey, we've done this for a little bit, so I know that if it were to be a typical Jets, brutal smackdown, you would still be rah, pick your chin up, man. Hey, it's okay that we got smacked up on national television. The Jets are still winning. So I know you'll be there. As long as you still keep the energy, this is all good, which I know you will. So I respect your take. I respect your glass half full energy, Boy Green. I respect you.
I'll let people know straight up. I am a rationalization guy. And you may say, what does that big word mean? Pull out a dictionary, okay? This is what it means. Okay? That I rationalize based on the information that happens. So let's say the Jets win. I tell you what's up. I tell you they're winning the Super Bowl. I tell you they're doing all this crazy crap. They lose. I'm like, it's an NFC game. Who cares? Okay? We're in the AFC. If you're going to lose a game, you'd rather it be in the NFC. So I will rationalize whatever happens, like a draft pick, right? Like they take a player I don't want. I'm like, geez, but you know what? We could do this. Look at this guy. Look at the strengths. Look at the positives. Look what this guy says. I could find someone out there on the internet that said this was a good pick. Look at what this guy says. Again, you can rationalize. You can make it happen. But I do want to do this real quick for the fans that are watching Instagram, the YouTube, the Twitter, all that stuff. I want you guys to let us know in the comment section, who would you like to see week 1? Who do you want to have all the smoke? And I'll read it to you. Here are all the opponents for the New York Jets. Again, home and away. I'll start with the home. And again, of course, I won't mention these twice, but you have all the AFC East opponents that are, of course, available. Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, plus you have all these. These are the home games the Jets have. Again, we don't have the full schedule yet, but we do know the opponents. Here are the home opponents the Jets have this year. The Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Los Angeles Rams, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Denver Broncos. Now, here are the away games. Again, we already mentioned the divisional games. You have the Jacksonville Jaguars. You have the Tennessee Titans. You have the Arizona Cardinals. You have the San Francisco 49ers. You have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. Those are the games on the schedule. One additional away game versus home. That's the new schedule with 17 games. You're going to flip from a year-to-year basis of having one or the other. Also, for one or two of those games, it won't be two, but one of the two, it's either going to be the Jaguars or Vikings game. We're going to get a London game. We saw a London fan was in the stadium, and it seemed like he got a glimpse, and we'll probably learn about that one early. So I imagine that's coming. That'll be somewhere in the middle of the season. The Jets will be heading to London. I can't remember if it was Vikings or Jaguars was the one we saw, but either way, one of those two will be a London trip for the New York Jets. But those are all the opponents home and away. Let us know who would you like to see, and try to explain yourself as well if you can in the comment section of who you want week 1 to start the season, home, away, who it is and why. I want us to see from the fans.
Definitely. We'll see, how people are feeling, who needs that nicotine. And no matter what happens, we're about to take flight, baby. So I'm super excited. I can't wait for this schedule to come out. And week 1, I am trying to make that statement, all right? Preferably the right statement to the world.
It should be spectacular. So I'm very much looking forward to it. No matter where you guys are watching, like I said, whether it's Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram, show your support. YouTube, like the video, hit subscribe down below. The channel's been blowing up. I love the people on our Instagram. That's a cool avenue that I'm not normally streaming into. Normally it's through my Heavy on Jets or YouTube or Twitter or what have you. So it's cool to be out there in the Instagram streets. We see you people out there. And of course on Twitter. Hit that follow button, baby, for all the juicy social media clips plus the live streams. It's juicy. It's phenomenal, Wudi, and I can't wait because as we get closer to Thursday, I think we got another schedule-esque style topic episode coming out for the great people.
I can't wait. Thank you, guys. All right, appreciate all the love. I don't appreciate some of the comments I'm seeing right now, but I appreciate most of the love. Okay. And yeah, we will see you in a couple days.